Trigonometry function. That is an important chapter in class 11 syllabus, and in which base of this chapter is angles and measurement of angles. Definition of angle. Most of you know in class 6, 7, 8 you have covered, but as a revision I want to cover here. The amount of rotation from initial side to terminal side is called the measure of angle. If initial side is given or initial ray, terminal ray given here, then if initial ray move, the amount is this angle movement of if starting point is fixed. Then you can say if ray is starting from its initial position, this initial position means initial ray rotates about its one end point. One end point means that is known as a vertex, and takes a final position that is known as terminal ray. Then angle is formed and it is known as angle. Simple definition: the amount of rotation from initial side to terminal side is called the measure of angle. Already you have covered in previous classes this thing. Now, positive angles and negative angles. If angle is measured in anti-clockwise direction, it is an initial ray, terminal ray measured in this direction. Again measured anti-clockwise direction. Then this angle is known as positive angle. And second, initial ray, this if it is measured in clockwise direction, then it is known as negative angles. From initial ray, generally we consider as x-axis, and vertex consider as origin, intersection of both the axes, and after that easily you can confirm the measure of angle. It is positive or negative. If it is measured in anti-clockwise direction, positive angle; measured in clockwise direction, then negative angles. Then next, measurement of angle. There are different systems in which you can measure the angle. Up to class 9th you have covered only one system, that is written here: degree measurement. All of you are aware about this degree, but what is the name of this system? It is known as sexagesimal system or English system. The angle measured in degree in this system, which is known as sexagesimal or English system. If you draw two perpendicular lines on a plane, then complete angle divided in 4 equal parts, and each part is known as one right angle. This part is clear. If you draw two perpendicular lines, then at a point there is a complete angle. Complete angle divided in 4 equal parts. Or also you can take example of x and y axis. Intersection point of x and y axis is origin. Then at origin, complete angle is divided in 4 equal parts, and each part is known as a right angle. If we divide right angle in 90 equal parts, then each part is known as 1 degree and written as 90 degree. It is a symbol of degree. This part is clear. One right angle equal to 90 degree means one right angle you are dividing in 90 equal parts, and each part is known as 1 degree. And if 1 degree, if you divide in 60 equal parts, then each part is known as 1 minute. It implies 1 degree equal to 60 minutes. Written as 60 dash is the symbol for minute in measurement of angles. The second one is clear. And then if each minute divided in 60 equal parts, then each part is known as 1 second. It implies 1 minute divided in 60 seconds. Written as 60 2 times dash. 2 times dash represents seconds. Measurement of this system is known as sexagesimal system or English system. Again, I want to repeat. Complete angle divided in 4 equal parts and each part is known as right angle. If we divide right angle in 90 equal parts, then each part is known as 1 degree. Means one right angle equal to 90 degree. And if divide 1 degree in 60 equal parts, then each part is known as 1 minute, means 1 degree equal to 60 minutes, and similarly 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. Now, second system to measure the angle is circular system. As circular word is used here, means with the help of circle, we are going to define the angle, and which is known as radian measure. In this system, unit of measurement is radian. Now question is, what is radian? Radian means angle formed by arc of a circle. Take arc AP. If length of arc AP is equal to radius of circle, then angle formed by arc of circle at the center is known as 1 radian. Means the angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc whose length is equal to radius of circle is known as 1 radian. It implies from figure easily you can observe angle AOP equal to 1 radian. What about angle AOB? It is known as straight angle, and straight angle means 180 degree. Both system of measurement we are writing here. It is 1 radian, and this complete angle means, straight angle means 180 degree. Arc AP, length of arc AP is R, and length of arc AB, AB means A to B, this complete length, that is semicircle, and circumference of circle is 2 pi r, therefore length of semicircle or circumference of semicircle is here pi r. Then we can write the angle subtended at the center of circle is proportional to the corresponding arc. It implies angle AOP upon angle AOB is equal to arc AP, corresponding arc means arc AP upon arc AB. By putting values, angle AOP means 1 radian, it is straight angle means 180 degree, equal to R upon pi r. Or you can say 1 radian, R cancel out here, 180 upon pi, or pi radian equal to 180 degree. Here also we are going to establish the relationship between degree and radian. It implies as 180 degree, which we are saying as straight angle, it is equal to pi radian. It implies 90 degree is known as pi by 2 radian. Right angle means 90 degree, 90 degree means half of 180 means pi by 2 radian. Now usually you can guess complete angle. Complete angle means 360 degree. 360 degree radian you can write as 2 pi radian, because 180 degree means pi radian, then 360 means 2 pi radian. Easily you can write one complete angle means 2 pi radian straight angle pi radian, and right angle as pi by 2 radian. Now some important result you have to write. First, since pi radian equal to 180 degree, it implies 1 radian we can write as 180 upon pi. One more thing remember here, pi radian means pi times of 180 radian. If you have written as 180 degree, what is the meaning of 180 degree? 180 times of 1 degree. 90 degree means 90 times of 1 degree. It implies 1 degree 90 times 10, then it are a right angle. So 180 degree when you are written, it implies it is written as 180 times of 1 degree. Therefore, pi radian means pi into 1 radian, pi transfer right side. 1 radian equal to 180 upon pi degree. It implies whenever you want to convert from radian to degree, you have to multiply by 180 upon pi. Further simplify, to 180 upon value of pi is 22 upon 7. 22 upon 7 multiply by 7 in numerator upon 22. 630 upon 11 degree. 630 upon 11, if we divide 630 by 11, 57 plus 3 upon 11 means 57 complete angle plus 3 upon 11 in fractional part written. 3 upon 11 further we have to convert in minutes and second. So 57 plus 3 upon 11 into 60 minutes. Because 3 upon 11 degree written, it implies 3 upon 11 times of 1 degree and value of 1 degree you can convert. It means 60 minutes. 3 upon 11 into 60 means 180 upon 11. 180 upon 11 further simplify. We can write 57 degree plus 16 4 by 11 means 57 degree plus 16 minutes plus 4 upon 11 into 60 seconds. Multiply by 4 divided by 11 and approximate value they write down. You will get 57 degree plus 16 minutes plus 22 seconds, or which you can write without taking this sign. 57 degree 16 minutes and 22 seconds. It implies value of 1 radian equal to 57 degree 16 minutes and 22 seconds. That is the process in which you can convert from radian to degree measurement. Second important note, since pi radian equal to 180 degree, you can write 1 degree equal to pi by 180 radian. If you put the value of pi and divide, you will get value of 1 degree as 0.01746 radian. It is the symbol of multiplication. It's 22 upon 7 into 180. And third important note, which you should know, if theta radian is the angle subtended at the center of circle with radius r and arc length L, then simple formula you can write as theta equal to L upon r, or angle equal to arc upon radius. Here measurement of angle is in radian. Remember, whenever you are applying formula theta equal to L upon r, the unit of theta is here radian. So these three important notes you prepare. And then third measurement of angle is centesimal system, which is known as French system, which is not included in class 11 syllabus, but you should know it. In this system, right angle is divided in 100 equal parts. In sexagesimal system, right angle divided in 90 equal parts, but here in 100 equal parts. And each part is known as 1 grade. Means one right angle equal to 100 grades. This is the symbol for grades. And each grade is divided in 100 equal parts, and each part is known as 1 minute. Means 1 grade equal to 100 minutes. And Each minute is divided in 100 equal parts, which is known as seconds. Means 1 minute equal to 100 seconds. This measurement of system is not given in maximum books, but you should know there is third system of measurement of angle, that is centesimal system. Cent means 100. From this word is derived. Centesimal system means one right angle equal to 100 grade, 1 grade equal to 100 minutes, and 1 minute equal to 100 seconds. Now some questions for practice. If convert 30 degree 30 minute into radian measure, process to solve 30 degree plus 30 minute, you can write 30 into 1 upon 60. Because 1 degree equal to 60 minute or 1 minute equal to 1 upon 60 degree. From minute to degree divide by 60. So 30 into 1 upon 60 means 1 by 2. So 30 plus 1 by 2, which you can write as 61 by 2 degree. So first simplify and write this angle in degree, and after that you have to convert in radian. To convert in radian, you have to multiply by pi by 180. If you multiply by pi upon 180, just simplify it, you will get 61 pi upon 360 radian. That is the process by which you can convert from degree measurement to radian measurement. Now next question, 3 pi by 4 radian written, you have to convert in degree. Also very easy. 3 pi by 4 radian equal to 3 pi by 4 into 180 upon pi, because 1 radian equal to 180 upon pi degree. Pi cancel out. Further simplify. 3 by 4 into 180 upon 1 equal to 75 degree. In this pattern you can convert from radian to degree. Some word problem is given. Find the degree measure of angle subtended at the center of circle. Radius 100 cm and length are 22 cm. Simply you know the formula, angle at the center equal to arc upon radius. Arc 22, radius 100 means 22 upon 100 means 11 upon 50 radian. Now convert in degree. 11 upon 50 into 180 upon pi. Further simplify 11 upon 50 into 180 upon 22 into 7. 63 upon 5, which you can write as 12 5 just 60 means 12 degree plus 3 upon 5 into 60 minute. Further simplify, you will get 12 degree and 36 minutes. In this pattern, if any word problem is given, you can solve. You can convert in degree measurement or radian. Now, some questions for practice which you can solve. First question, convert into radian measurement. Already discussed in solving questions. Second, convert from radian to degree. And third, if one angle of a right triangle is given, then find other angles in degree measure. It implies if one angle given 50 degree 30 minutes 30 seconds. In right angle triangle means second angle is 90 degree. Then third angle you have to solve. From 180 you have to subtract sum of these two angles. You will get third angle. Or also you can say, if one angle 90 degree, second is 50 degree, 30 minutes 30 seconds, then third angle from 90 you subtract this angle, you will get third angle. You have to solve and give the answer. Trigonometry functions, second topic, in which we are going to cover sign of trigonometry functions in different quadrant, domain and range of trigonometry functions, and some other identities. First, in previous class you have covered relationship between trigonometric ratios. One more thing you should know, in right angle triangle, the ratio of any two of its sides is called trigonometric ratio. This definition you have covered in class 10th. If anyone asks there are how many trigonometry ratios, you can say there are 6 trigonometry ratios because there are 3 sides and ratio of any two sides there are 6 ways we can find the ratio of two sides. Therefore, there are 6 trigonometric ratios. Relationship. First, sine is a reciprocal of cosec or cosec is a reciprocal of sine. Or you can say sine x into cosec x equal to 1. Then cos is the reciprocal of sec or sec is the reciprocal of cosec or cos into sec equal to 1. Tan equal to 1 upon cot or cot equal to 1 upon tan or tan into cot equal to 1. Or also we can write tan x equal to sin x upon cos x or cot x equal to cos x upon sin x. Sin square x plus cos square x equal to 1. 1 plus tan square x equal to sec square x. And 1 plus cot square x equal to cosec square x. Up to here in class 10th, you have covered these identities with the help of right angle triangle and also with the help of ratio of two sides of right angle triangle. Now next, the main part we will start using circular system. Here just figure observe carefully. There are two axes, x axis and y axis intersect each other at point O. That is known as origin. Draw a circle with center O and having radius 1 unit. Here radius of circle is 1 unit. And take a point P on the circumference of circle. Join OP such that angle POQ equal to x degree or x degree. Angle at the center is x here. If it is OP is 1, angle x, value of sin x easily can write. Sin x means perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Sin x equal to PQ upon 1 or PQ equal to 1 into sin x or sin x. Cos x equal to base upon hypotenuse means OQ upon OP. Value of OP is 1. Therefore, base OQ equal to cos x. The right angle triangle, easily we can observe here कि OQ, length of OQ is cos x and perpendicular is sin x. Now, for different value of x, you will get different value of cos x and sin x and also position of P and Q. If x equal to 0, easily you can observe x equal to 0 is possible if point P coincide with point A. And if P coincide with A, then perpendicular is 0. Here coordinates of point written as cos x comma sin x, cos x, because if any point is written x coordinate means OQ and y coordinates of the point is PQ means sin x. Coordinates of point x comma y, x represent base and y represent perpendicular. If point P coincide with A at this situation, perpendicular is 0 means value of sin x is 0 and base cos x is 1. Similarly, at point C means at this value of x is 90 degree. At 90 degree, now base cos x is 0, means x coordinate is 0, and PQ means perpendicular is 1, means value of sin x is 1. In this process, if value x is increased, it is equal to 180 degree, means pi, I written here pi. In this situation, again value of PQ means perpendicular, or you can say sin x or y coordinate is 0, and x coordinate is, if here plus 1, then opposite direction it is minus 1. After pi or 180 degree, again at 90 degree, means 270 degree or 3 pi by 2. Here base means OQ is 0 and perpendicular is minus 1. Using circle, each and every value you can write. Just next we can write at point A, whatever we have discussed. Now observe here, at point A value of x is 0, and value of x is 0, then y coordinate is 0 and x coordinate 1. Y coordinate means sin x and x coordinate cos x. Value of sin 0 is 0 and cos 0 1. After that, tan 0 equal to sin upon cos, means 0 upon 1 equal to 0. Cot 0 equal to cos upon sin, 1 upon 0, and 1 upon 0 means not defined. Cosec 0, which you can write as 1 upon sin, and value of sin 0 is 0, means 1 upon 0, not defined. And sec 0, 1 upon cos 0 equal to 1 upon 1 equal to. For 0 degree, values of all trigonometry ratios are written here using unit circle. Or also you can remember it, it's very easy to write. Just at point A, x coordinate is 1, y coordinate 0. X coordinate means cos x and y coordinate sin x. Cos x equal to 1, sin x equal to 0. Sin x is 0, cos x 1. After that, tan we can write using formula sin upon cos, cot cos upon sin, cosec 1 upon sin, and sec 1 upon cos. And you will get values of all trigonometry functions. Then next at point C. C means x equal to pi by 2 or 90 degree. At 90 degree, easily you can observe here, x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate 1. X means coordinate means cos x. The value of cos x means cos pi by 2 0, and sin x means y coordinate is 1. After getting value of sin and cos, remaining value easily you can write. Tan x required, tan x you can write sin upon cos, means value of tan 90 is sin upon cos, means 1 upon 0, not defined. Cosec pi by 2, reciprocal of it, 1 upon 1, 1. Sec pi by 2, reciprocal of cos, 1 upon 0. Cot pi by 2, reciprocal of tan pi by 2. To only at any point you have to prepare and remember value of sin and cos for that angle. Remaining easily you can find using other identities. At point B, when point P coincide with B, then you can say value of x is 180 degree or pi radian. And at this point again observe x coordinate is -1, y coordinate 0, and x coordinate means cos x and y coordinate sin x. Here cos x means -1 and sin x 0, or you can say cos pi -1 and sin pi 0. Sin pi means y coordinate and cos pi x coordinate. And after getting value of sin and cos, if anyone asks find the value of tan pi means sin upon cos, 0 upon -1 equal to 0. Remaining 3 reciprocal. Cosec pi 1 upon 0. Sec pi -1 upon 1 means -1. Cot pi 1 upon 10 pi. Now next, at point D. At point D, value of x is 90, 90, 90. 3 times 90 means 270 degree. Or in terms of radian, pi by 2 plus pi by 2 plus pi by 2 means 3 pi by 2. Now again observe coordinates of this point. X coordinate 0 and y coordinate -1. Now I hope you can tell me the value of sin and cos. X coordinate means cos x, means value of cos 3 pi by 2 is 0, and y coordinate means sin x, and means value of sin 3 pi by 2 is -1. Very good, that's you can write here, means sin 3 pi by 2 equal to -1 and cos 3 pi by 2 equal to 0. Remaining trigonometric functions we can write easily. Now next, which is important, after 270 degree, now continue, it will reach at point 1 again, which you can say one complete revolution or one complete round, means 360 degree. After 360 degree rotation, point B again reached at point A. It implies 360 degree is equivalent to 0 degree. Therefore, if anyone asks what the value of sin 0 or sin 2 pi, both is same, because 2 pi is equivalent to 0, or sin 2n pi, if anyone returns sin x, so sin x is same as sin 2n pi plus x. Just observe carefully. If n equal to 1, sin 2 pi plus x, 2 pi means at point A. Sin 0 plus x, sin x. Sin 2 pi plus x, 2 pi means again after one round point is reaching at point A, means it is equivalent to 0. Sin 2 pi plus x means sin x. Sin 4 pi plus x, 4 pi means 2 complete round, again it is equivalent to 0. 6 pi, 3 complete round. 8 pi, 4 complete round. It implies directly you can write in third form, sin 2n pi plus x equal to sin x, where n belongs z, or cos 2n pi plus x equal to cos x. To prepare this result, if only but required, you can write if any multiple of 2 pi is written, you can consider it as equivalent to 0 degree. If it is equivalent to 0, in place of this we consider as 0, sin 0 plus x equal to sin x, because 2 pi represent one complete round. So there is difference of 2 pi angle, then value of sin x is same as sin 2n pi plus x. So you have to prepare this result. If any time written sin 6 pi plus x means sin x. What is the value of sin 6 pi? The value of sin 6 pi means sin 0, because 6 pi is equivalent to 0 degree. Just 6 pi represents 3 complete round. Now next, trigonometric ratios, in which sin x equal to pq upon op equal to pq upon 1 equal to pq. From figure you can observe here, sin x equal to pq means perpendicular represent value of sin x. If sin x is 0, means perpendicular is 0, and perpendicular is 0 if x equal to 0 degree, or pi, or 2 pi, or 3 pi, or in general form you can say it is equal to n pi. Sin x equal to 0 if x equal to n pi, and cos x equal to base upon hypotenuse, which represent o cube, because radius of circle is 1, Then cos x equal to 0 means base is 0 if x equal to pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2 are odd multiples of pi by 2, or you can say 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Now next, sign of trigonometric functions. In first quadrant, all trigonometric functions are positive. In second quadrant, sine and cosec positive, remaining are negative. Third, tan and cot positive, remaining negative. In fourth quadrant, cos and sec positive, remaining are negative. Or also in short form, you can prepare it A S T C. ASTC, after school to college. Simple sentence you can prepare. After school to college. A means all positive trigonometric ratios are positive in first quadrant. S means sine and reciprocal of it, cosec. Sine and cosec positive, remaining all trigonometric ratios are negative. In third quadrant, tan and cot positive, remaining are negative. And fourth, cos and reciprocal sec positive, remaining are negative. First quadrant means 0 to pi by 2. Second quadrant from pi by 2 to pi. Third quadrant pi to 3 pi by 2. And fourth quadrant 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. Now next, domain and range of trigonometric functions which you prepare. Domain means possible values of x. Now first one prepare for sin x. Sin x means perpendicular PQ. First you prepare value of x. Value of x start from 0 degree. 0 से continue 0, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 90, 91, 95, 100, 135, 180. Again continue 270. Again continue 360, or which you can say 2 pi. Then again continue this one cycle over, then second cycle 4 pi. Then again continue 6 pi. Or same process up to n pi or infinite. In positive, any number of round. Negative direction 0, minus pi by 2, minus pi, minus 3 pi by 2, minus 2 pi. Again continue minus 4 pi, minus 6 pi. In this pattern, it implies all values of x you can consider here, means x represent all real number. Domain means possible values of x for which a function is defined. To find possible values of x for which we can find sin x, and always we can find sin x because sin x means perpendicular, and perpendicular PQ, its maximum value is 1 and minimum value of perpendicular is -1 at point D. Maximum value of PQ perpendicular is at point C, 1, and minimum value is -1 for any value of x. Therefore, domain of sin x real number range -1 to +1. For cos x means OQ. Domain means values of x, all real number, but range means values of cos x. Range means OQ, and value of OQ, maximum value of OQ is 1 at point A, and minimum value of OQ is -1 at point B. Means cos x maximum value 1 and minimum -1. That is known as range of cos x. You can prepare the maximum value of cos x is 1 and minimum value is -1. Now tan x. For tan x, without using this circle, tan x means you have to write domain. Domain of tan x means possible value of x for which tan x is defined. And tan x we can write as sin x upon cos x. Just listen carefully. Tan x means sin x upon cos x. Domain means possible values of x for which fx or function is defined. Tan x is defined for all values of x except denominator is 0. And tan x we are writing as sin upon cos. It is not defined if cos x is 0. And if cos x 0 means x equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2 already covered here. We have covered cos x equal to 0 means x equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. And sin x equal to 0 means x equal to n pi. It implies domain x we can put all real number except 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Why except this point? Because at this point as sin x you are writing tan x equal to sin upon cos. Here cos x is not defined, but because at this point denominator becomes 0. Means domain of tan x is r minus odd multiplication of pi by 2, and range maximum value of tan x is plus infinite and minimum value of tan x is minus infinite. It moves from minus infinite to plus infinite. Cosec x, cosec means 1 upon sin, reciprocal of sin. Here domain r. Here cosec means 1 upon sin. 1 upon sin is not defined if sin denominator means sin x equal to 0. And sin x 0 at n pi. So therefore domain r minus n pi. All real number except n pi. And range, it is the reciprocal of sin x. Means range all real number except this interval. Minus 1 to plus 1. Minus 1 to plus 1 sin x belongs. Remaining all real number you will get cosec x. And minus 1 plus 1 is common for both. Because sin 90 equal to 1 or cosec 90 equal to 1. Sin 3 pi by 2 equal to 1 minus 1 and cosec 3 pi by 2 equal to minus 1. For other points, since it is a reciprocal of sin x, therefore if sin x is minus 1 to plus 1, it is r minus minus 1 to plus 1. Similarly, sec x, domain r minus except the point at which cos x is not defined. That's sec x equal to 1 upon cos, and if cos equal to 0, you will get its value as not defined. Therefore r minus 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Range, it is the reciprocal of cos, again r minus minus 1 to plus 1. And cot x equal to cos upon sin, and if cos upon sin means it is not defined if denominator means sin x is 0, and sin x 0 means x equal to n pi. All real number except n pi. Range all real numbers. That is the domain and range of trigonometric functions sin, cos, and cosec except cot. Okay, next, some identities. In class 10th, we have covered these 6 identities: sin 90 minus theta, sin 90 minus x equal to cos x, cos 90 minus x equal to sin x, tan 90 minus x equal to cot x, cosec 90 minus x equal to sec x, sec 90 minus x equal to cosec x, and cot 90 minus x equal to cot x using right angle triangle. 90 minus x represent first quadrant, and first quadrant all positive. Therefore, with all trigonometry issues, positive sign is written. Then One more thing you can observe, it is related with 90, 90 minus x, sin 90 minus x means cos x. Similarly, next sin 90 plus x, 90 plus x means second quadrant, more than 90 degree. Again, formula is same as 90 minus x, sin 90 minus x cos x, already written. Cos 90 minus x sin x, tan 90 minus x cot x, cosec 90 sec. Same formula you can write. Sin changes to cos, cos to sin, tan to cot, cosec sec, sec cosec and cot tan. But since 90 plus x lies in second quadrant, and second quadrant sin and cosec positive, remaining are negative. Sin positive means this sign is positive. Sin means sin 90 plus x will be positive, means right here positive sign. And cosec 90 plus x, cosec positive in second quadrant, right here positive sign. Remaining are negative. So in class 10th you have covered sin 90 minus x. Same formula you can write here. Only you have to change the sign. To plus sign with sin and cosec, remaining are negative. Now next, if pi minus x written, pi means 180 degree, less than pi minus x means again second quadrant. If it is related with pi by 2, तो okay, sin changes cos, cos sin, sec, cosec, cosec, cot, tan, cot. Now here, if it is in pi minus x, there is no change in trigonometry function. It remains same. Sin pi minus x, sin, cos pi minus x, cos. Similarly, you can prepare tan pi minus x, tan. Only there is change of plus and minus sign. You can observe. Function remains same. Sin, sin, cos, cos, tan, tan, cosec, cosec, sec, sec, and cot, cot. Since pi minus x lies in second quadrant, and second quadrant sin positive and cosec positive, sin and cosec, these two positive, remaining apply negative sign, and you will get the identities. Similarly, for pi plus x means third quadrant, and third quadrant tan and cot positive, remaining all negative. So like pi minus x, formula remains same. Sin, sin, cos, cos, tan, cot, tan, tan, cosec, cosec, sec, sec, and cot, cot. Only in third quadrant, since you know tan and cot positive, write down positive sign here. Remaining are negative. And in this pattern, you are getting identity for sin pi plus x. First quadrant, pi by 2 minus x. Second quadrant, you can write pi by 2 plus x or pi minus x. Third quadrant, pi plus x. Now, what about in fourth quadrant? Fourth quadrant means minus x, minus 30 degree. So minus 30 degree same as 330 degree. And 330 degree you can write as 360 minus 30. So 360 minus 30 is same as minus 30. Therefore, written formula sin 2 pi minus x equal to sin minus x. Already we have covered that 2 pi is equivalent to 0. And if 2 pi is equivalent to 0, it will be considered as 0. You can write sin 2 pi minus x equal to sin minus x equal to minus sin x. Similarly, for cos 2 pi minus x equal to cos minus x equal to cos x. Tan 2 pi minus x equal to tan minus x, because in place of 2 pi consider 0. It is same as tan 2 pi minus x or tan minus x equal to tan. Again here trigonometry function no change. Plus minus sign. Fourth quadrant, cos and reciprocal of it, sec, positive, remaining all negative. Cos positive, sec positive, remaining all negative. Therefore, we have covered A, S, T, C. A means all positive first quadrant, S means sin and its reciprocal, sec positive, 30 tan and cot positive, and fourth quadrant, cos and its reciprocal, sec positive, remaining all negative. In this pattern, you can prepare. Now some solve example. Find the value of cos 1410 degree. The cos 1410 we can write as cos 360 into 3 means 3 complete round. 360 equivalent to 0 degree. It implies next step you can write equal to cos 330 degree, and 330 degree is equal to 360 minus 30 degree. Again 360 is equivalent to 0. In place of 360 if you write 0, you will get cos minus 30 degree, and cos minus theta equal to fourth quadrant, because in fourth quadrant cos is positive, equal to cos 30. Value of cos 30 root 3 by 2. In this pattern you have to solve this question. Next, find the value of sine 25 pi upon 3. Same pattern. Write down in terms of 2 pi. 25 divided by 3. We can write 8 pi. 8 pi is 4 times of 2 pi, means 4 complete round. After that plus pi by 3. Since again 2 pi or 360 is equivalent to 0, if you consider here as 0, what remains? Only pi by 3 remains, equal to sine pi by 3, and value of sine pi by 3 root 3 by 2, and that is the answer. Next, if sin x equal to minus 4 upon 5 given, x lies in third quadrant, find the values of all other trigonometric functions. Since sin x equal to minus 4 upon 5, then cosec x, reciprocal of it, 1 upon sine equal to minus 5 upon 4. So sine and cosec completed here. Now next, use formula cos square x equal to 1 minus sine square x. 1 minus 16 upon 25 equal to 9 upon 25. Taking square root both sides, cos x equal to plus minus 3 upon 5. Now, since x lies in third quadrant, and third quadrant cos is negative, because in third quadrant tan and cot positive, remaining are negative. Therefore, cos x is minus 3 upon 5. Then sec x, reciprocal of it, minus 5 by 3. Then next, tan x, sine upon cos, put the value of sin x cos x, 4 upon 3. And then cot x equal to 1 upon 10, 3 upon 4. In this pattern, you can solve these questions. Now some questions for practice. Find the value of cosec 1110 degree. Second question, find the value of sine minus 19 pi upon 3. In first step, you have to apply formula sine minus x, and sine minus x in which quadrant? Fourth quadrant, and fourth quadrant sine is negative. And after that you can solve. In third example, if sec x equal to minus 13 upon 12 and x lies in second quadrant, then find the values of all other trigonometric functions. So these three questions you have to solve and submit the solution. Now next topic, trigonometric functions. In this video, we are going to study trigonometric functions are sum and difference of two angles and some trigonometric identities. Now trigonometric functions for sum of two angles. There is one formula, derivation of which is very important. Just very carefully try to learn derivation of this formula. First, concentrate in this figure. OX, one horizontal ray is there. Second, OY, and third line is OZ. X is the angle between OX and OY, or you can say angle X, OY is X, and angle between YOZ is Y. These two angles given. After this, just take in a point on the OZ and draw perpendicular from point PR. OX is PM and PN is the perpendicular on OI. Now from point N, draw perpendicular NR and second perpendicular NQ on OX. Just concentrate here. Angle XOY is small x and angle YOZ Y. Therefore, angle XOZ, this whole angle, is x plus y. Construction discussed. Now just concentrate on this angle. Here before it, PRN, it is a right angle triangle and this angle is 90 degree. Therefore, angle P or RPN equal to 90 minus this angle, means RNP. Since PN is perpendicular to OI, means this complete angle is 90 degree. In fact, it is also equal to RNO. And RNO equal to angle X. R in reverse order, just again concentrate once more. OX is horizontal and RN is horizontal. Therefore, X and this angle, these two angles are alternate interior angles. It implies X equal to RNO, this angle. Since this whole angle is 90 degree, therefore what remains this? 90 minus X. And if it is 90 minus X, then angle P is X. That is written in first line. This angle X is also equal to angle P. Value of angle P is X. Just two steps covered, three lines raised drawn, perpendicular drawn, and this angle P is also equal to X. Now, in a right angle triangle, OMP, this triangle, right angle triangle OMP, value of sine x plus y, this whole angle, value of sine theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, value of sine x plus y equal to perpendicular, means PM upon hypotenuse OP. In place of PM, sin x plus y equal to PM upon OP. In place of PM, write down PR plus RM. You can observe here, PM equal to PR plus RM. Write separately PR upon OP plus RM upon OP. Again equal to PR upon OP. And in place of RM, it is equal to NQ. NQ written. Now next step. Since PR upon OP written, just concentrate on PR. PR is the part of this right angle triangle, PRN. And this angle is angle P is X. For X, it is the base. The base, then hypotenuse is PN. So divide by PN and multiply by PN. PR upon OP we can write as PR upon PN into PN upon plus NQ. NQ is related with angle triangle NQO, in which hypotenuse is ON. It implies NQ upon OP we can write as NQ upon hypotenuse ON into ON upon OP. Then next, PR upon PN, just concentrate. PR upon PN for angle P. P is X. It is equal to cos X into PN upon OP. PN upon OP. Now concentrate in this triangle. PNO, it is a right angle triangle. PN is perpendicular and OP hypotenuse. PN upon OP sin Y plus NQ upon ON. NQ upon ON in this right angle triangle. OQN, it is equal to sin X into ON upon OP. ON upon OP. Right. ON upon OP base upon hypotenuse cos Y. Therefore, first identity formula for sum of angles you can write sin X plus Y equal to sin X cos Y plus cos X sin Y. If anyone asks find the value of sin 75 degree, you don't know the value of sin 75 degree, but 75 we can write as 45 plus 30, and sin 45 plus 30 equal to sin 45 cos 30 plus cos 45 sin 30, and by putting value of sin 45 cos 30 and cos 45 sin 30 we can find the value of sin 75 degree. In this pattern there are different applications of this angle. This first identity you have covered is derivation sin X plus Y equal to sin X cos Y plus cos X sin Y. Same pattern using same figure you can derive the formula for cos X plus Y. If you concentrate on cos X plus Y, then base upon hypotenuse. Now next, same assumption, same figure, just written cos X plus Y. Base upon hypotenuse means OM upon OP. OM write down as OQ minus MQ. Then written separately OQ upon OP minus MQ upon OP. And MQ we can write as RN. MQ equal to RN. In place of MQ, RN written. Now OQ upon OP. Again same pattern. OQ is related with triangle OQN, and here hypotenuse is ON. It implies divide by ON multiplied by ON. Minus RN. RN is related with right angle triangle RNP, in which PN is hypotenuse. Therefore multiply by PN and divide by PN. Now OQ upon ON. OQ upon ON. OQ upon ON, right angle triangle, base upon hypotenuse equal to cos X. ON upon OP. ON upon OP in this triangle, base upon hypotenuse equal to cos Y. Minus RN upon PN, perpendicular upon hypotenuse, concentrating triangle, sin X into sin Y. In this pattern, second identity you are getting as cos X plus Y equal to cos X cos Y minus sin X sin Y. First identity you have covered, sin X plus Y equal to sin X cos Y plus cos X sin Y. And second identity, cos X plus Y equal to cos X cos Y minus sin X sin Y. Now third, tan X plus Y. Using first and second identity, now we have to derive each and every identity. Sin X plus Y we can, tan X plus Y we can write as sin upon cos, sin X plus Y upon cos X plus Y. And sin X plus Y is the first identity derivation you have covered, sin X cos Y plus cos X sin Y. Upon cos X plus Y we can write cos X cos Y minus sin X sin Y. Divide numerator and denominator by cos X cos Y. Divide each and every term in RHS by cos X cos Y. Here sin X cos Y upon cos X cos Y. Cos Y cancel out. What remains here? Tan X plus cos X sin Y upon cos X cos Y. Cos X cancel out. Sin Y upon cos Y means tan Y. Cos X cos Y upon cos X cos Y 1 minus sin X upon cos X tan X sin Y upon cos Y tan Y. It implies tan X plus Y equal to tan x plus tan y upon 1 minus tan x tan y. Now next fourth, for difference of angles sin x minus y. If sin x minus y written, sin x in place of minus y we can write it plus into minus y. Now sin x plus y formula you can apply in place of y minus y written. If sin x plus y, you know sin x cos y plus cos x sin y. In place y write down in place of y minus y. Sin x cos minus y plus cos x sin minus y. Cos minus y, in previous video I have covered. Sin minus y, cos minus y, tan minus y. These angles belongs in fourth quadrant. And fourth quadrant only cos and sec positive remaining are negative. It implies cos minus y equal to cos y and sin minus y equal to minus sin y. As written here. Therefore, put the value. You will get sin x cos y minus cos x sin y. Similarly, cos x minus y we can write cos x plus minus y. In identity of cos x plus y, in place of y write down minus y. Cos x cos minus y minus sin x sin minus y. By putting values, you are getting next identity. Means sin x minus y equal to sin x cos y minus cos x sin y, and cos x minus y equal to cos x cos y plus sin x sin y. Now next, tan x minus y. Sin x minus y upon cos x minus y. Same process as done for tan x plus y. Divide numerator and denominator by cos x cos y. The result you will get tan x minus y equal to tan x minus tan y upon 1 plus tan x tan y. First three identities you have covered are sin x plus y, cos x plus y and tan x plus y. Next three, sin x minus y, cos x minus y and tan x minus y. Now next identities, sin 2x. Sin 2x we can add as sin x plus x, and sin x plus y formula you know, sin x cos y plus cos x sin y, but in place of y x is written here. Therefore sin x cos x plus cos x sin x, which is equal to 2 times of sin x cos x. Sin 2x identity is there, 2 sin x cos x. If cos 2x written, same process, cos x plus x. Cos x plus y already covered, means cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Cos x cos y in place of y write down x minus sin x sin y in place of y x. So cos x into cos x square x, sin x into sin x square x. Cos 2x we can write as cos square x minus sin square x. Or also in place of cos square x we can write 1 minus sin square x. 1 minus sin square x minus sin square x. 1 minus 2 sin square x. Or one more option, in place of sin square x write down 1 minus cos square x. The result you will get 2 cos square x minus 1. For cos 2x you have 3 identities. As per requirement you can apply. Cos 2x equal to cos square x minus sin square x. Second is 1 minus 2 sin square x, and third one 2 cos square x minus 1. Now tan 2x, same process, tan x plus x. Tan x plus y equal to tan x plus tan y upon 1 minus tan x into tan y in place of y x. Tan x plus tan x, 2 tan x upon 1 minus tan square x. So sin 2x, cos 2x and tan 2x. Next, sin 3x. Sin 3x we can write as sin 2x plus 6 equal to sin 2x cos x plus cos 2x sin x. Sin 2x write down as 2 sin x cos x into cos x plus, in place of cos 2x write down 1 minus 2 sin square x. Next step, 2 sin x cos x into cos x cos square x, and here open the bracket. In place of cos square x write down 1 minus sin square x. Further open the bracket. The result you will get as sin 3x equal to 3 sin x minus 4 sin cube x. Similarly for cos 3x, which you can write as cos 2x plus x, cos x plus y formula, cos x cos y minus sin x sin y, cos 2x cos x minus sin 2x sin x. Cos 2x write down formula 2 cos square x minus 1 into cos x minus sin 2x write as 2 sin x cos x into sin x. Sin x into sin x sin square x into cos x. In place of sin square x, write down 1 minus cos square x. Open the bracket and rearrange. You will get cos 3x is 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x. Sin 3x formula is 3 sin x minus 4 sin cube x, and cos 3x is 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x. Next one, tan 3x. Tan 3x same process, tan 2x plus x, tan x plus tan y upon 1 minus tan x tan y, same formula apply here. Tan 2x, 2 tan x upon 1 minus tan square x, 1 minus again in place of tan 2x, write down formula. Taking LCM, denominator here cancel out, and what remains 2 tan x plus tan x, 3 tan x minus tan cube x upon 1 minus 3 tan square x. That is the identity for tan 3x. And next, since sin x plus y, cos x plus y, sin x minus y, cos x minus y, these 4 identities you have covered. With the help of these 4 identities, now we are going to find next set of 4 identities. Add first and third equation, means sin x plus y plus sin x minus y. Sin x plus y plus sin x minus y. You can observe here cos x sin y cancel out. What remains? 2 sin x cos y. The next identity, which you can write as 2 sin x cos y equal to sin x plus y plus sin x minus y. If I add second and fourth, again sin x sin y cancel out. What remains? 2 cos x cos y. And the next identity, 2 cos x cos y equal to cos x plus y plus cos x minus y. Again, first 4 written. If we subtract third from first, third equation from first equation, subtract, plus minus cancel out, and cos x sin y minus minus plus cos x sin y, means sin x plus y minus sin x minus y equal to 2 cos x sin y. This is third identity. And subtract second from fourth, then cos x minus y minus cos x plus y, you will get 2 sin x sin y. In this pattern, identity number 9 you are getting as 4 identities here, which we can write as 2 sin x cos y equal to sin x plus y plus sin x minus y, 2 cos x cos y equal to cos x plus y plus cos x minus y, 2 cos x sin y sin x plus y minus sin x minus y, and 2 sin x sin y equal to cos x minus y minus cos x plus y. If we let x plus y as c and x minus y t, what is the value of c? If we add these two, you will get value of x as c plus t by 2 and y c minus t by 2. By putting values of x plus y, x minus y, x and y, you will get next set of 4 identities. In place of x plus y, c, x minus y, d. In place of x, c plus d by 2 and y c minus d by 2. Next 4 identities we are getting here: sin c plus sin d, sin cos c plus cos t, sin c minus sin d, and cos c minus cos t. these four identity are written as sin c plus sin d equal to 2 sin c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. Cos c plus cos d, 2 cos c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. Sin c minus sin d, 2 cos c plus d by 2 into sin c minus d by 2. And cos d minus cos c equal to this result r multiplied by minus sin d will get cos c minus cos d equal to minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 into sin c minus d by 2. And next one solved question is here. You have to prove sin 3x minus sin x upon cos x minus cos 3x is equal to x. These type of questions you have to solve using identities. Usually you can think here, you apply sin c minus sin d numerator, and sin c minus sin d 2 cos c plus d by 2, 2 cos 3x plus x by 2 means 4x by 2 means cos 2x, into sin c minus d by 2, 3x minus x, 2x by 2 means x, upon cos x minus cos 2 minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 into sin c minus d by 2. Sin minus theta equal to minus sin theta, minus minus plus, sin x cancel out, cos 2x upon sin 2x equal to cot 2x, which is RHS. In this pattern you can prove and solve any question is given using different identities. Now some questions for practice. In first question you have to prove the result. You have to decide yourself which identity is suitable for you. You have to identity for sin 2x, cos 2x, or also you can apply sin c minus sin d. You have to decide and try to solve and find out RHS. Our second question is given. Here one option taking LCM you can solve. Our second option use cos other identities is suitable for you. And third question again written. These three questions you have to solve and give the answer. Next topic of trigonometric functions is periodic functions and trigonometric equations. Here first we should know what is periodic function. If any function fx given, if fx plus k equal to fx, then function fx is known as periodic function, and the minimum value of k is known as period of function. For example, sin x plus 2 pi or sin 2 pi plus x equal to sin x. Sin x plus 4 pi get is equal to sin x. Sin x plus 6 pi equal to sin x. Therefore, here in place of k 2 pi written, here 4 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi or 12 pi. Then the minimum value of k is known as period of the function. If function is sin x, then minimum value of k is 2 pi. Therefore, you can say sin x is a periodic function of period 2 pi. Means 2 pi is the period of sin x. Can you guess the period of cos x? Same pattern. Cos x plus 2 pi, cos x plus 4 pi or cos x plus 6 pi, all values equal to cos x. Same for cosec and sec. Therefore, period of sin x, cos x, cosec x and sec x is 2 pi. Because after 2 pi their values are going to repeat. Value of sin pi by 6 root 3 by 2. then value of sine 2 pi plus pi by 6, again root 3 by 2, same value. After the interval of 2 pi, value of trigonometric function sine cos secant cosec going to repeat. Therefore 2 pi is known as period of these four trigonometric functions. Now what about tan and cot? Since tan pi plus x or tan x plus pi equal to tan x, or cot x plus pi equal to cot x. Therefore period of tan and cot is pi, and it is known as periodic function with period pi. Or you can say tan x is a periodic function having period pi, or cot x is a periodic function with period pi. This is the first part which is necessary for you. You should know periodic function and period of a function. Okay, next, trigonometry equations. Here two results you should know. One is principal solution, second is general solution. Solution of trigonometry equation which belongs between 0 to 2 pi is known as principal solutions. For example, sin x equal to 1 by 2. You have to find the value of x in the interval 0 to 2 pi. 0 to 2 pi means first quadrant, second quadrant, and third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Since sin x equal to 1 by 2, x equal to 30 degree or pi by 6, all of you know. Since sin x is positive in which quadrant? First quadrant and second quadrant. Third quadrant sin is negative. Fourth quadrant sin is negative. Therefore from 0 to 2 pi there are two possible values of x which you can write. Sin x equal to sin pi by 6, because value of sin pi by 6 is 1/2, or sin pi minus pi by 6. In previous video I have covered identities. Sin pi minus theta equal to sin theta. Sin pi minus pi by 6 equal to sin pi by 6. Both values are same. It implies there are two angles, two values of x for which sin x equal to 1 by 2. These two values of x known as principal solution of trigonometry equation sin x equal to 1 by 2. I hope meaning of principal solution is clear. Now next, tan x equal to 1 upon root 3. If tan x equal to 1 upon root 3, what is the value of x? So x equal to 30 degree. Value of tan 30 or tan pi by 6 equal to 1 upon root 3. Now 1 upon root 3 before it is a positive sign, and tan is positive in which quadrant? First and third quadrant. In first quadrant tan 30 or tan pi by 6, both is same. And in third quadrant we can write tan pi plus pi by 6. Again identity from previous video. Tan pi plus alpha equal to tan alpha. Tan pi plus pi by 6 equal to tan pi by 6. Both result is same. But two values of x you are getting here. One is pi by 6, second is pi by 6. Therefore principal solution of tan x equal to 1 upon root 3 we can write as pi by 6 or 7 pi by 6. It is known as principal solution. I hope this part is clear. Now next, general solution. General solution. Due to periodic property of trigonometry function, there are infinite values of x which satisfy the equation. The expression which represent all values of x in general form is known as general solution. For example, 2 cos x minus 1 equal to 0. It is a trigonometric equation. You have to find the value of x. Now, cos x equal to 1 upon 2. Cos x equal to 1 upon 2 means cos 30 degree. Cos 60. Which value is 1 upon 2? Cos 30 or cos 60? I hope all of you can guess. Cos value of cos 60 is 1 upon 2. And cos 60 we can write as cos pi by 3. Since period of cos x is 2 pi, it implies cos 2 pi plus pi by 3 is same as cos pi by 3. Or also you can write cos 2 pi minus pi by 3. Identity of covered. Cos 2 pi minus theta equal to cos theta. The cos 2 pi minus pi by 3 again equal to cos pi by 3. Therefore, cos 2 pi plus pi by 3 or minus pi by 3, both value is cos pi by 3 and value of cos pi by 3 means 1 by 2. It implies values of x we can write pi by 3 or 2 pi plus pi by 3 or next period 2 pi plus 2 pi 4 pi, 4 pi plus pi by 3 or 4 pi minus pi by 3 or 6 pi plus minus pi by 3 or in general form we can write 2n pi plus minus pi by 3. Our general solution of equation 2x minus 1 equal to 0 we can write as x equal to 2n pi plus minus pi by 3. For different value of here, you will get different values of x. Therefore, it is known as general solution. In terms of n, you are going to represent the solution of the equation. And here you are getting infinite number of solutions. Now, some equations which we are going to discuss now. General solution of sin x equal to 0. In previous video, I have covered this topic for sin x equal to 0, cos x equal to 0, tan x equal to 0. But again, I want to cover here as a revision along with derivation. If sin x equal to 0, you have to write all possible values of x. Just concentrate in this figure. X-axis, Y-axis drawn here, intersection point O. Angle X and one side is given as OP. Means angle POM is given as X. Since given as sin x equal to 0 and value of sin x in this triangle is perpendicular upon hypotenuse means PM upon OP. Cross multiply. So PM equal to 0 into OP means 0. And if OP PM is 0, then you can see OP coincide with OX. Also written as OX dash. Can you guess about OX dash? If PM equal to 0, then value of x is 0, or second option, if x equal to 180 degree means pi, then again value of PM is 0. Therefore, we can see OP coincides with OX or OX dash. It coincides with OX if x equal to 0. If x equal to 180 degree, then OP coincides with OX dash. And if OP coincides with OX, value of x is 0. If coincides with OX dash, value of x is pi or 180 degree. Again continue. If coincide again with OX after one round, angle is 2 pi. Next 3 pi, 4 pi in this pattern. Follow the reverse order. You can write minus pi, minus 2 pi means measure of angle is clockwise direction, then negative angles are there, minus pi, minus 2 pi. In general form we can write x equal to n pi, n belongs z, means n is an integer. Hence general solution of sin x equal to 0 is x equal to n pi, n belongs z. Cos x equal to 0. Figure is same. Cos x equal to 0 means you can write OM upon OP equal to 0 or OM equal to 0. OM equal to 0 means base is 0. If base is 0, then OP coincide with OY. If OP coincide with OY means value of x is 90 degree, and 90 degree also known as pi by 2. Or it coincide with OY dash. If coincide with OY dash, then it is equal to x equal to 270 degree. 270 degree means 3 pi by 2. Remember, this 90 degree means pi by 2. 2 times of pi by 2 means 180 degree, which is known as pi radian. 3 times of pi by 2, 270 degree. That is written as 3 pi by 2. 3 times of pi by 2, and pi by 2 means 90 degree. 3 times of 90 degree means 270 degree. Similarly, clockwise if you move, then minus pi by 2. Minus 3 pi by 2. It implies value of x in general form. You can write 1 into pi by 2, 3 into pi by 2, 5 into pi by 2 means odd multiples of pi by 2. And odd number you can write as 2n plus 1 or 2n minus 1. X equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. N belongs Z. Or also we can write as 2n minus 1. 2n minus 1 also represent odd numbers. Hence, general solution of cos x equal to 0 is x equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2, where n belongs Z. Next, tan x. Tan x equal to 0 means perpendicular upon base equal to 0. Means perpendicular, cross multiply perpendicular equal to 0. If PM equal to 0, property same like sin x, then value of x is 0 degree or 0 radian. Then OP coincide with OX. If x equal to 180 degree or pi radian, remember 180 degree also known as pi radian, then OP coincide with OX dash. Therefore, values of x you can write 0, pi, 2 pi or minus pi, minus 2 pi, or in general form x equal to n pi. Therefore, general solution of tan x equal to 0 is n pi. N belongs Z. Next, or cot x. If cot x equal to 0, then OM upon OP. PM equal to 0. Cross multiply OM equal to 0. Then OP coincide with OI or OI dash. Then if coincide with OI, then value of x is pi by 2 or 90 degree. Coincide with OY dash, then 3 times of pi by 2 or 270 degree. Or in general form we can write x equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Odd multiples of pi by 2. Therefore, general solution of cot x equal to 0 is x equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. One more result you should remember, since cosec x and sec x are never 0. Therefore, if any time written cosec x equal to 0 or sec x equal to 0, it has no solution because it is not possible. Value of cosec x will never 0. Now next, if sin x equal to sin alpha written. In this form, we are getting a trigonometric equation. And you have to write the value of x in terms of alpha. Then just try to solve it. Sin x equal to sin alpha. Transfer left side, sin x minus sin alpha equal to 0. Sin x minus sin alpha. One identity you have covered, sin c minus sin d. Sin c minus sin d means 2 cos c plus d by 2 into sin c minus d by 2. Same formula apply here. 2 cos c plus d by 2, 2 cos x plus alpha by 2 into sin x minus alpha by 2. Product of two factors equal to 0. It implies cos x plus alpha by 2 equal to 0, or you can say sin x minus alpha by 2 equal to 0. If cos x plus alpha by 2 0, then x plus alpha by 2 equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. I hope just in this video I have covered this part. If cos x equal to 0, then x equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. In place of x here, x plus alpha by 2 written. Therefore, x plus alpha by 2 equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. 2 in cancel out both sides. Therefore, x equal to 2n plus 1 into pi minus. If second factor, sin x minus alpha by 2 equal to 0. Also, we have covered this part. If sin theta equal to 0, then theta equal to n pi. Therefore, sin x minus alpha by 2 equal to n pi. X minus alpha equal to 2n pi, or x equal to 2n plus 1, 2n pi plus alpha. Just combined form we have to write these two equations. First equation is x equal to 2n plus 1 pi minus alpha, and second is 2n pi plus alpha. Observe carefully. If coefficient of pi is odd number, then there is negative sign. And if coefficient of pi even number, then positive sign. In combined form, we can write these two results as x equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n into 1. Just observe. If coefficient of pi even number, n is even number, it becomes positive. If odd number, then its value is negative. Therefore, general solution of sin x equal to sin alpha we can write as x equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n into alpha. Since cosec x equal to cosec alpha is same as sin x equal to sin alpha, because it is reciprocal both sides. Cosec x we can write as 1 upon sin, cosec alpha 1 upon sin alpha. Reciprocal both sides, you will get sin x equal to sin alpha. Therefore, general solution of cosec x equal to cosec alpha is same as sin x equal to sin alpha, and result you can write as x equal to n pi plus minus 1 power n into alpha. Then next, if cos x equal to cos alpha written, then same process, transfer left side, apply formula. Cos c minus cos d. Previous video I covered cos c minus cos d. 2 sin c plus d by 2 into sin c minus d by 2. 2 sin x plus alpha by 2 into sin x minus alpha by 2. Product of two factors equal to 0. It implies first factor sin x plus alpha by 2 equal to 0, or sin x minus alpha by 2 equal to 0. If sin x plus alpha by 2 equal to 0, then x plus alpha by 2 equal to n pi. And we have covered sin x equal to 0 means x equal to n pi. In place of x plus alpha by 2 written here. Therefore, x plus alpha by 2 equal to 0. Therefore, x equal to 2n pi minus. If second factor sin x minus alpha by 2 equal to 0, then x minus alpha by 2 equal to n pi, or x equal to 2n pi plus alpha. Now try to combine these two results. X equal to 2n pi minus alpha, x equal to 2n pi plus alpha. Cos x equal to cos alpha. Then x equal to, you will get 2n pi plus minus alpha. Means general solution of the equation cos x equal to cos alpha we can write as x equal to 2n pi plus minus alpha. Sec x equal to sec alpha is same as cos x equal to cos alpha. Therefore solution is same and result you will get x equal to 2n pi plus minus alpha. Now next, if tan x equal to tan alpha written, then transfer left side, convert in sin cos, sin x upon cos x minus sin alpha upon cos alpha. By taking LCM, sin x cos alpha minus cos x sin alpha upon cos x cos alpha. Cross multiply 0 into this denominator equal to 0. The remaining part is sin x minus alpha upon this result are sin x minus alpha equal to 0. If sin x minus alpha equal to 0, then here we are using formula. This part is clear. By first you take LCM, after that identity is there. Sin x minus y you have covered. Sin x cos y minus cos x sin y. Same identity we are using here. Sin x cos alpha minus cos x, sin alpha means sin x minus alpha. Denominator no change, cross multiply, denominator cancel out. The remaining part is sin x minus alpha equal to 0. Then x minus alpha equal to n pi as formula. Then x equal to n pi plus alpha. Therefore, general solution of the equation tan x equal to tan alpha, we can write x equal to n pi plus alpha. If cot x equal to cot alpha given, it is same as tan x equal to tan alpha, and therefore we can write solution of cot x equal to cot alpha is also as x equal to n pi plus alpha. Now next, if sin square x equal to sin square alpha given, then any student can think it is same as sin x equal to sin alpha, because if we take square root of both sides, you will get sin x equal to sin alpha, but it is wrong. Because if you take square root, sin square x equal to sin square alpha, if you are taking square root, then sin x equal to plus minus sin alpha, means you will get two equations. One is sin x equal to sin alpha and second is sin x equal to minus sin alpha. So therefore, without taking square root, I am going to cover here the solution. Because if you take square root, it will become two equations, then both you solve and find out x in terms of alpha. It becomes a lengthy process. Therefore, first step, multiply by 2 in both sides. Then multiply by minus sign and subtract from 1. 1 minus 2 sin square alpha equal to 1 minus 2 sin square alpha. Now, 1 minus 2 sin square a, I have formula remember, that is equal to sin 2a or cos 2a. Sin 2a you have covered formula 2 sin a cos a. And cos 2a there are three identities, cos square a minus sin square a, 2 cos square a minus 1, and third is 1 minus 2 sin square a. Here 1 minus 2 sin square a means 1 minus 2 sin square x written, that is equal to cos 2x, and RHS also cos 2 alpha. Now you can apply trigonometry equation same as cos x equal to cos alpha. You have covered if cos x equal to cos alpha, then x equal to 2n pi plus minus alpha. Same formula apply here. 2x equal to 2n pi plus minus 2 alpha divided by 2, x equal to n pi plus minus alpha. Therefore, you can write if sin square x equal to sin square alpha given, then directly you can write solution as x equal to n pi plus minus alpha, where n belongs to z. Now next, if cos square x equal to cos square alpha given, same process. If we take square root, you will get two equations. It is a long process. Because always in mathematics, you should select a shortcut method, a shortcut process, not a lengthy path. From there are two places, first A and B. A to B, you should reach from directly here. You should not move from here a long process. Same pattern here. So first we multiply by 2 in both sides. Then subtract 1 from both sides. And then again formula you are getting cos 2x equal to cos 2. And now solution is same as previous one. Means 2x equal to 2n pi plus minus 2 alpha, or x equal to n pi plus minus alpha. In general solution of equation cos square x equal to cos square alpha, you are getting x equal to n pi plus minus alpha. I hope one thing you can observe here, this solution is same as sin square x equal to sin square alpha. In both cases you are getting same solution. You can remember this. Whenever sin square x equal to sin square alpha given, or cos square x equal to cos square alpha, in both cases you will get x equal to n pi plus minus alpha. Now next task, just solve or find out what happen if tan square x equal to tan square alpha given. Tan square x equal to tan square alpha, 1 plus in both sides, and 1 plus tan square x equal to, so remember the formula, sec square x. Sec square x equal to sec square alpha. Now sec square x reciprocal both sides, 1 upon cos square x. You can write cos square x equal to cos square alpha. Then multiply by 2, subtract 1, and then again you are getting cos 2x equal to cos 2 alpha. 2x equal to 2n pi plus minus 2 alpha, or x equal to n pi plus minus alpha. And again, third time you are getting same solution, is tan square x equal to tan square alpha, then x equal to n pi plus minus alpha. So that is easy to remember. Whenever given sin square x equal to sin square alpha, or cos square x equal to cos square alpha, or tan square x equal to tan square alpha, solution is same as x equal to n pi plus minus alpha. Now some questions. Find the principal solution of 2 cos x equal to root 3. Here cos x equal to root 3 by 2, and cos x equal to root 3 by 2 means cos pi by 6. Now pi by 6 means cos 30 degree, because whenever pi is written in terms of angle, pi means 180 degree. If pi is 180 degree, 180 upon 6 means 30 degree. And in class 10th you have covered cos 30 equal to 1 of root 3 by 2. Cos x equal to root 3 by 2 means cos 30 degree as cos pi by 6. Since positive sign written, the cos in first quadrant pi by 6, second quadrant cos negative, third quadrant cos negative, and fourth quadrant cos is positive. Because trigonometric positive by negative sign, I hope all of you know. First quadrant all positive, second quadrant sine and its reciprocal positive, third tan and cot positive, and fourth cos and sec positive. In fourth quadrant we can write 2 pi minus pi by 6, or cos pi by 6, cos 11 pi by 6, means x equal to pi by 6 or 11 pi by 6. Hence principal solution of equation 2 cos x equal to root 3 or pi by 6 or 11 pi by 6. Now I ask you, tell me the general solution. Can you find? For general solution, it's easy. कि cos x equal to cos pi by 6. Just apply formula. If cos x equal to cos alpha, then x equal to, I cannot remember now. You have to prepare. If cos x equal to cos alpha, then x equal to 2n pi plus minus alpha. Therefore, general solution we can write as x equal to 2n pi plus minus pi by 6. That is known as general solution of this equation. Second, here find general solution. Cos power 4x plus sin power 4x equal to 1 by 2. Now, as you observe the question, it becomes difficult for you. Cos power 4, how we can solve? What is the method? It is not difficult. Just think. Apply your reasoning. Cos power 4x plus sin power 4x, we can write as cos square x plus sin square x whole square minus 2 sin square x cos square x. Can you open the bracket? Cos power 4x plus sin power 4x plus 2 cos square x sin square x minus 2 sin square x cos square x. Now it is equal to 1. 1 minus 2 sin square x cos square x equal to 1 upon 2. Then multiply by 2 in both sides. 2 minus 4 sin square x cos square x equal to 1. Or 2 minus 4 sin square x cos square x, we can write 2 sin x cos x whole square. Now 2 sin x cos x formula, that is sin 2x. Sin 2a equal to 2 sin a cos a. Therefore 2 minus sin 2a or sin 2x whole square equal to 1. Now 2 transfer right side, minus sin 2x whole square equal to 1 minus 2 equal to minus 1. Minus cancel out both sides because 2 transfer right side. 2 transfer right side means 1 minus 2, which is equal to minus 1. And left side what remains? Minus sin. And 2 sin x cos x as sin 2x and whole square as it is. Which is also, then minus and minus cancel out. What remains? Sin square 2x equal to 1. And 1 is the value of sin 90. And 90 we can write as pi by 2d. Since here is square written, to 1 also we can write as 1 square. It implies sin pi by 2 whole square. Now apply the identity. Which formula? If sin square x equal to sin square alpha, then x equal to n pi plus minus alpha. Therefore 2x equal to n pi plus minus pi by 2, or x equal to n pi by 2 plus minus pi by 4. For different values of n, you will get different value of x. Therefore you can write general solution of the equation is x equal to n pi by 2 plus minus pi by 4. So this part is clear. Or once more, I want to repeat here that sin square 2x equal to sin square pi by 2 written. In previous slide I have covered formula. Sin square x equal to sin square alpha, then x equal to n pi plus minus alpha. In place of x, 2x written. 2x equal to n pi plus minus pi by 2. Divide by 2 and reject by getting. Some questions for practice. You have to find principal solution, which is very easy. To sin x minus 1 equal to 0, sin x equal to 1 by 2. And after that, values of x you have to write. Second, general solution you have to write root 3 tan x minus 1 equal to 0, tan x equal to 1 upon root 3. After that, you have to find general solution. Sin 2x plus cos x equal to 0. Here hint, you can write sin 2x by formula 2 sin x cos x. After that, solve it. In fourth question, 2 sin square x plus 3 cos x equal to 0. For solving it, one hint I want to give you. In place of sin square x, write down 1 minus cos square x. After that, try to solve it. And fifth and last question, sin x plus sin 7x equal to sin 4x. In LHS, First you apply formula sin C plus sin D. After that, arrange and solve it. In this process, these 5 questions you have to complete and give the answer.